Have you ever noticed how life can feel full, but your soul can still feel empty? Well, on Sunday, we heard from Pastor Michael as he took us through Jesus' words in John 15 about abiding in his love. I love how Pastor Michael pointed out that true gladness grows from being deeply loved. Jesus doesn't invite us to try harder or do better. His invitation is to abide in his love. That's the source of gladness. And abiding just means staying close. It means remaining connected to or drawing life from Jesus, the way that a branch draws life from the vine. And here's the connection that so many believers miss. Abiding and obedience, they're not in competition with one another. They actually feed each other. Because Jesus says, if you keep my commandments, you will abide in my love. Therefore, obedience is not God's way of taking joy from you. It's his way of giving joy to you. Abiding produces a desire to be obedient. And when we actually do obey, it protects and fuels the joy that abiding creates. So when we disconnect, though, that's where the problem comes in. When we choose sin and we choose self-reliance, we choose disobedience, then our joy withers as a result of that. Not because God stops loving us, but because we disconnect from the vine. But when we obey, we stay close. It fuels that. We stay rooted in his love. And that's where gladness begins to grow for us. And really, this is what our whole series has kind of been aiming toward as we've gone through Get a Hold of Yourself. Every emotion that we've talked about has been pointing to the deep longing that we have for life to be as it should. A longing that finds its fulfillment ultimately in gladness, but not just any old gladness. Gladness in knowing and being known by Jesus. Because in him, our sadness is comforted. Our loneliness is met. Our anger is purified. Our shame is covered and fear is calmed and all these different things that we've talked about. And as we abide and walk in obedience, and we finally discover that our hearts have been chasing this thing all along called gladness, where true gladness only grows when we're abiding in the God who created us. So I hope this whole series has been helpful for you, but I hope that this sermon this week was helpful for you. Pastor Michael did a great job, and we're so appreciative of that. But I hope this helps you as you seek to follow Jesus this week. Love you guys.